Okay, game 2. We are back with Abigail versus Dizzy. Zerg v Zerg again. Love to see it. I'm a Zerg player myself, so, you know, I do get a bit excited when I see the Zerg v Zerg. Again, Dizzy, please, first thing you should be doing, clicking your hatchery, building a work. No, please, not Overlord first. You do want an early Overlord, but ideally you want it a 13 supply, not 12. You should be building a worker. That should be the first thing you do in the game. You select your base, you build a worker. Now, Royal Blood is a map I like very, very much. You see how these hatcheries have these nice rugs for them? That's cute, you know? It's lovely. I do like to see that. I'd like to see these Overlords doing something rather than just sitting at home, but like this Overlord's going out. That's something Dizzy's doing very, very well. They are sending their Overlord to scout immediately. I like this. But you want to be sending, in my opinion, in Zerg v Zerg, you want to be sending your Overlords to the natural expansions. That'd be here first. Because you learn a lot of things from that. You get the hatchery timing, which is the main thing, because then you know if your opponent's on pool first or hatch first, and that's really, really important in a matchup like this, where early aggression can be rather terrifying. Once again, we're going to see the double gas from Dizzy. I don't like this again. It's not, you're not using them anything in the early game. Like, I think you're going to put down the early Roach one again, like we saw last game, but the Roaches just came far too little too late to do anything against Abigail's superior income at that stage of the game. If you want to do an attack like that, it's got to be quick. It's got to be tight. As it is, the spawning pool coming down for Abigail as well. It's not too far behind the spawning pool of the red side, but this is a time advantage. Look at this. These workers are rallied from their cocoons to the extractors. That's exactly what we like to see. I'm very, very happy with this. And then if with any luck, this worker will go right down here, right? They've re-rallied their hatcheries. Let's have a look. Oh, it's brilliant. Yes, I'm very much a fan of this. This is really good stuff. Well done. As it is, this drone sitting here, he's thinking about expanding. The minerals are ticking up. So if you have more workers, these tick up a bit faster. You know, you're thinking about it? He's thinking about his wife and kids. You're thinking, well, if I become a hatchery, I'll never see. He's made a decision. He's committed his life to the swarm. He's become a building. I'm proud of him. And now he will ascend to a higher plane of existence as a hatchery. Burrow in production. I think I saw precisely 0 units Burrow last game, despite the fact that Burrow was produced. So I think at this point, that's just a kind of a waste of the minerals and the gas, the early stages of the game, if it's not going to end up getting used, really. As it is, Queen's in production, Zergling's in production. Again, just extremely straight up opening. Oh, this Roach one is earlier. Oh, a creep tumor. Yes. Yes, please. Put the creep tumor down. Connect your 2 bases. That's fantastic. That might have happened in the last game. And if it did, I do apologize for not picking up on it. This is good. By connecting your 2 bases, if an attack flies in, say, over here, and you've got units here, they get over a bit faster because they're not having to walk over the regular ground. This is especially relevant if you're using Queen to defend, which move atrociously slow off of creep. So I do like to see this from the blue Zerg here. I also like the worker discrepancy. Like, again, just don't stop building workers, please, Dizzy. Like, you're putting down the layer down so early, but what are you doing with the layer tech, really? Layer gets you a few things. It gets you Hydralisks. It gets you the Spire. So that's Corruptors and Mutalisks. It gets you... Does it get you anything else? Some upgrades. Notably upgrades on the Roach Warren, which didn't come down this time. So you have to wonder what they're going to be doing, honestly. If they're not building workers, they're just building a bunch of lings and speed. This isn't very many lings. If you want to ling flood your opponent, you know, where are the queens? Hold up. They're in production now. Oh. There's 1 queen in production. These queens are late. You want to be building queens as soon as your spawning pool is finished, because you need to get those injects on your hatcheries. You have to. It's necessary. As it is, you also have the lair in production for the blue Zerg, Abigail over here. Again, this layer tech for Abigail makes more sense. Abigail's already got the Roach Warren down, so Roach speed can be researched. What else can you do with the layer? You can do a few things. I don't want to see an early Spire here, not really. 2 base Mutalisk is a thing, but I don't really want to see that at this stage of the game. Again, with the really, really early infestation pit, we see Dizzy here is like, how has this supply block happened? Did an Overlord get killed? Let's go back. How did that happen? An Overlord must have died. Yes, this Overlord here is coming into the main base at long last. Wait, not that Overlord. This Overlord, sorry. What has Abigail seen with that Overlord? Sorry, I didn't mean to go forward there. If I click on one of Abigail's units, and I go... Sees not much, other than that there's a layer in production. What does Dizzy see? Okay, that's the production that I've up. Sorry everybody about that. Oh, I'm kind of losing control of the replay here. Okay, the production does back. Okay, so as we were, sorry about that. As we were, look on like again, you're rushing tech, right? You're rushing for an early hive, but you again 2 bases with 20 workers, give or take. It's 27 now. I think that's honestly about as many as we saw last game overall from the side of the Red Zerg. It's just not. It's not enough. It's not enough workers to support the high technology. Oh, the Zerglings have been moved out on the map. Sorry, I completely missed this. But the Zerglings are coming out. Are they going to get this? There's no army. No, okay, no. I think these Roaches are going to be able to do this. But especially with the Queen as well. Yeah, these Zerglings are not going to get anything. An Overseer from Abigail. If you like to see this, Overseers are great. You take an Overlord and you upgrade them. Once you have layer tech, that's one thing the layer gets you. It gets you Overseers. Overseers can see cloak units, so they're a great way to get vision as Zerg of like any cloak units, and also just in general like scouting potential, because they're a lot faster than Overlords and benefit from the Overlord speed upgrade. So you know, twice the fun there. But also they have an ability. They have a few abilities. One of them where they can drop a changeling, and the changeling essentially is it takes the form of one of the enemy's units, and you can use it as like a sort of like scout, like a sort of spy TF2 situation. You can't make the changeling do any damage though, so that's not great. But that's fine. That just meant there'd be passive scouting. As it is, we get a 4th base from Abigail and a sizable army difference. Again, because Abigail's been building workers. Stopping at 40, but given that their opponent's stopping at, well, before that, it doesn't really matter at this point. Again, I think, in my opinion, I like to stop at 3 base full saturation, which would be 66 workers. Well, I'd like to go a bit further than that, but at this stage of the tournament, stopping at 66 workers is going to be more than enough. But what am I saying? Clearly stopping at this point has been more than enough. And look at the APM. This is impressive. With this level, over 100 APM there for a bit. Look at the average APM. Is it C? Okay, well that's fine. At this stage of the tournament, these are good average APM. These are good APM. Okay, so the Zerglings are gonna throw themselves at the Roaches and die, because Roaches trade absolutely fabulously against Lings. You can't just build Lings. Like, look at this. You have a hive, and all you can produce are Lings, because you have no income. The money you do have is just sat here in the bank. You don't have any Queens alive right now to inject the hatcheries. The Ultra list then's going to come down, but you just cannot make Ultras. You can't. You have this banked up money, but you don't even have the lava. Like, and what have you done with the lava? You're turning it into more Lings. So, like, what good is a hive? You're just building Lings that are going to die to Roaches. Like, that's not what I want to see, really. So, I think the moral of the story here is, if you're the Red Zerg, just build more workers. 27, 30, it's not going to cut it. Get to 3 full base saturation, and then just build your arm. And then you're set, aren't you? As it is, the Ultra Scavenger's going to die before he finishes. Oh, this is tragic. And these Roaches are just going to win the game. I don't think there's anything that can be done about this. Even these reinforcements, look, Abigail's just doing exactly what you see here. You build your army, you push across the map, you keep building workers. GG.